So I heard a rumor, and the rumor seems to be true. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Panhandle Salt Surf Fishing. If this is your first time here, I am Blaine Roberts, owner and operator of this operation. We're running land-based surf fishing guides, surf fishing lessons, and we have an entire shop here in Perdido Key packed with surf fishing bait, tackle, and gear. Let's get into it. I'm sure you've all heard this by now, but if not, let me do a quick recap. Back in November, FWC quietly removed the ability to buy a short-term license online. No big deal, right? Now our visitors to Florida just need to run by their local bait and tackle and get their little short-term 3 or 7 day license. That's not how it worked out. A, no one's selling license anymore, and B, to get access to sell license is such a headache and there's absolutely no money in it for these shops, nobody wants to do it. So the only place in my area to get a short-term out-of-state fishing license was the tax collector's office. There's a few issues with that. No one in their right mind on vacation, beach vacation, wants to go hang out at the tax collector's office. And B, check-in day is always on Saturdays, so the tax collector's office is not even open. So you come down here for a Saturday to Saturday vacation, you want to fish the whole week, you can't even get a license till like noon on Monday, and by that time you're extremely frustrated, cursing off Florida, vowing to never return. Now here at Panhandle Salt, we did get access pretty quickly to be able to sell license because we had to. It wasn't about the money for me, it was about the convenience for our clients. Running land-based surf fishing trips, we are not captains, we're not operating vessels. All of our clients need a saltwater fishing license. So if they book a trip with us, and then I would be like, hey, listen, now you got to go to the tax collector's office, you and your family, to get a saltwater fishing license to be able to legally fish with us for the next 3.5 hours. And then we can run our trip. I was just going to lose business. I wouldn't do it. So we got access fairly quickly to be able to sell license. So we sell license out of our shop, and we're the only shop around that does it. This has caused headaches in many different arenas. I get phone calls day and night asking if I sell license. No one has an account made when they show up to get a license, so they have to stand here and create an account. There's all kind of problems with that system, especially if you're trying to do it on your phone. So it's constant calls to the help desk, it's constant frustrated customers, and it eats up an ungodly amount of time here in the shop, especially if I have other customers standing around like wanting to ask questions. And I'm sitting here with my readers on trying to figure out how to get this guy a license. Now we've all asked, we've emailed, we've petitioned. We really can't get a straight answer of why they did that. I've heard some rumors about finance stuff that really goes over my head. I'm not going to pretend to understand it, but basically what it boils down to is a money grab. If out-of-state residents want the convenience to be able to get their license online, they can, but they're forced to buy a year and they're forced to tack on snook and lobster permits, which brings their license to fish for, let's say, 3 days, up there around 70 bucks. Or they can find a shop like mine, which are few and far and in between, or go to the tax collector's office. Walmart even pulled out. Walmart's not selling license anymore in Florida. Now with negative, there is going to come some positive. The positive being our little shop here has gained a lot of attention. Out-of-state fishermen that didn't know we exist now do. That helps the physical location. That helps our online orders, that helps our charter business, our social media. We have seen a definite uptick in everything since November. Another negative is that we get bunched into the y'all category. Because I'm an agent able to sell you a license, and maybe you've been frustrated for the last 48 hours trying to figure out how to get a license, and now you have a physical person in you that seems to be connected to this madness. I get the y'all talk a lot. Well, if y'all wouldn't have done this, or if y'all would do that, like it's my fault. I quickly explain that I am here for their convenience. I'm not authorized to make these decisions within FWC, so I have nothing to do with it. But they don't care. I'm the person in their presence, so I usually get that blunt negativity. So that was the backstory. Let's talk about today. This morning I got a call from my good buddy Brigham over at Yellowfin Ocean Sports. They have 2 locations in the 30A area, great little tackle shop, a lot of surf fishing related gear and tackle there also. And the word around the Sand Spike is they are going to reestablish the ability to get the 3-day and the 7-day out-of-state license online starting June 1st. Now, if you're in this world like I am, you know there's a lot of rumors in the fishing world and a lot of telephone talk, right? By the time a certain subject gets down the chain, there's stuff been added to it, there's stuff been taken away, there's new people involved. The fish was this big, by the time it gets to me, it was this big. You know how it goes. So I did the only thing that I knew what to do is I called the helpline. I call them every day anyway. Spoke with a very charming agent, and she was actually able to confirm for me that starting June 1st, Florida will be selling the 3 and 7 day short-term fishing license online once more. Thank you, Jesus. She was super nice. Like, she couldn't get an answer right off the bat, and she was even concerned about it. She's like, usually they answer me right away with questions. And then she said, I got an email back from my supervisor with the thumbs up. Then as she was telling me that, she got another email that said, yes, starting in June, we will be selling 3 and 7 day for out of state, once again online. It was a dumb move to begin with. Why make the people that are visiting your state, that are going to spend money in your state, it's FWC, so you want them to spend money in the fishing world, why make it so difficult for them to go fishing? And what I think is there was enough noise made online, myself included. There were petitions going. It's rare that I get through a day without seeing something online about this situation. And there was a lot of out-of-staters saying, hey, I'm just not going to come to Florida anymore. I feel unwelcomed, which makes sense. I'm just going to go to Alabama. They got a beach too. So what does that do for our shop, right? Because that has been bringing in a lot of business. I'm still going to sell the license. It's very convenient for our clients. Our clients can book a trip with us the morning of. I can grab their license real quick, not make them have to go through the whole rigmarole. If you're not computer savvy like some of our older generation, they'll be able to come here and get a license. I'm definitely not going to see as many sales as I have been with fishing license, and I am okay with that. FWC sticks their hands in my checking account every week and pulls the money that I owe them. So I have to constantly stay on top of that. I don't want them to go get their money and it not be there. They'll pull my ability to sell the license. So it's just another thing to keep up with around here, right? Make sure I got enough money in the account for FWC. Make sure the system's working. I got a $1,000 surety bond sitting out there somewhere because I needed that to be able to sell a license. So I'll be able to go back to the good old days of not getting phone calls at 1 a.m. talking about, do you sell fishing license? I had to change my entire voicemail. My voicemail no longer promotes my business. My voicemail is like, hey, yes, we sell fishing license, stop calling me. It's not that dramatic, but that's the point I'm trying to get across with that voicemail. I'll believe it when I see it, guys. Fingers crossed. But from the conversation I had with the agent today, I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. There's been a lot of people out there putting in the good fight for this. Roy Madison, I know he got a whole petition going because it was strongly affecting every land-based fishing operation across Florida. Again, we're not captains, so our clients need a license to fish with us. They can't fish under our license like they can with a captain. So if you're in an area running land-based guides and there's not a shop like mine around, you're done for. Especially in the summertime, a lot of our businesses I call walk-in business. They're not necessarily fishermen. They weren't really looking to go fishing when they got here to Florida, but they see our shop, I explain our services, they think, hey, this will be a cool couple hours to spend out on the beach with the family. Let's do it. Now you got to go to the tax collector's office. They're going to be like, never mind. We'll figure out something else to do for 3 hours. So all these land-based guides, they can hopefully take a breath, get their businesses back going, and this is great timing too because summer is here. And honestly, I was a little nervous about what I was going to experience in the shop in the summer. I mean, just during the off season, the licenses have been killing me. I can only imagine in the summer. Speaking of summer vacation, we were going to be full force. We got 3 guides on the crew right now. Myself, Spencer, Donnie, and Jimmy. So we're going to be able to get trips out pretty much whenever clients want. I got Jimmy taking some hours in the shop also, so you might see him around here. We're working with a residence, an actual beach house, to put together some stay and fish packages for our clients and be able to pick a surf fishing package that fits their needs while they're here. So they'll have everything in one spot. A place to stay, access to the beach, and then either a lesson plan, a charter plan, or a rental plan. And then I've actually started reaching out to more Airbnbs and see if I can get multiple of these locations going. We're starting to partner with other guides outside of our area. So pretty soon you're going to be able to find other areas on our website with recommended guides. And that goes for offshore trips, inshore trips, shark charters, and other surf fishing excursions like our own. Panhandle Salt is aiming to be that one-stop hub for everything surf fishing, guys. Everything surf fishing along the Emerald Coast. Guys, I hope that relieves some pressure anybody watching this who has been affected by this. All our out-of-towners, all our other land-based guides. It's coming, guys. It's coming, guys. I'm 99.9% sure. Starting June, the madness will be over. I don't ask this a lot, guys, but if you enjoyed this news, if you enjoyed this video, you guys hit me a like, hit me a follow, comment. All that stuff helps out the channel. Then I see growth, then I get motivated, then I make more videos. I'll see you guys on the next one.